Okay, let's be honest for a second. You know it's not really rational. You know deep down it probably doesn't work. And yet, you do it anyway. We've all got those strange little rituals we hold on to, just in case. So what is going on there? Let's get into the absolutely fascinating psychology behind superstition.
Ever find yourself saying something out loud, maybe tempting fate, and you get that immediate, almost panicky urge to find some wood to tap?
Yeah, me too. Or how about this one? You've totally taken a detour on the sidewalk, adding a few extra steps just to make sure you don't walk under a ladder. Or maybe you have that one special object, that lucky charm that you just believe brings you good fortune. These things are everywhere, right? But the really big question is, why? What is actually happening inside our brains that makes us do this stuff?
To really unpack this, let's use a super classic example that I think we can all relate to, the lucky shirt.
So picture this. You've got a massive job interview coming up. You happen to wear a particular shirt and you just kill it. You get the offer. All of a sudden, that shirt isn't just a piece of clothing anymore. In your mind, it's become magical. It's a power-up. But what really happened in your brain?
Well, it all boils down to something our brains were built to do, an ancient survival skill that sometimes kind of glitches out in our modern world.
Psychologists have a term for this. It's called illusory correlation. See, our brains are basically pattern-detecting machines. A long time ago, connecting "I ate these weird berries" with "I got really sick" was, a life-saving skill. The only catch is, our brains are so good at finding patterns that they sometimes just invent them where they don't actually exist.
So let's just be super clear about this. Your shirt did not get you the job. Your skills and your preparation did. But because you wore the shirt right before you succeeded, your brain created a mental shortcut, a totally false link between two completely unrelated things.
And once that link is forged, another really powerful mental shortcut kicks in to protect it. This one's called confirmation bias. It's our brain's sneaky little habit of cherry-picking evidence to prove itself right.
I mean, think about it. You will vividly remember that one time you wore the shirt and aced the interview. But what about all the other times you wore it and nothing special happened? Yeah, your brain just kind of deletes those files. It filters reality to fit the story it wants to believe, that the shirt is magic.
But it's not just about our brains finding faulty patterns. There's a much deeper, much more human reason we hang on to superstitions, and it has everything to do with our deep-seated need for control.
Life is messy. It's uncertain. You can't control what questions are on the exam, how the stock market will behave, or what the other team is going to do. So when we can't control the big outcome, we latch on to the small things we can control. Bouncing a ball a certain number of times, using that one special pen, blowing on the dice. These little actions give us a powerful illusion of control. It just calms our nerves when the stakes feel really high.
And what's wild is just how random these beliefs are. In the West, the number 13 is considered unlucky, but in parts of East Asia, it's the number 4 that gets a bad rap. A black cat crossing your path is a bad omen here, but in other cultures, it's a sign of good fortune. This just proves that the specific ritual doesn't matter at all. It's the universal human need for certainty that's driving the whole thing.
Okay, so up until now, it seems like superstition is just this harmless bug in our mental programming, right? A quirky way our brains cope with a chaotic world. But this is where the story takes a really unexpected twist.
So, is it all just in our heads? A harmless mental quirk? Well, not exactly. Because here's the kicker. What if I told you these superstitions, they actually work?
No, I'm serious. Studies have actually shown that when people are allowed to use their lucky charm or perform their little ritual, they often perform better at tasks. We're talking about everything from sinking golf putts to solving brain teasers. The belief in luck can literally improve your performance.
When you truly believe you've got luck on your side, something incredible happens inside you. Your confidence skyrockets. Your stress and anxiety about the outcome just melts away. And with less anxiety clogging up your brain, you're free to focus more clearly on what you need to do. You just flat out perform better.
So let's be crystal clear. The lucky charm has no magic powers. The magic is in you. It works because your belief changes your behavior. It's basically a psychological placebo. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You expect to do well, so you walk in there with more confidence, you take smarter risks, and you simply do a better job.
Okay, so we've seen how superstitions are born from our brain's love of patterns and our need for control, but we've also seen how they can actually make us better through the power of belief. And that brings us to the final and maybe most important distinction we need to make.
A superstition is a helpful comfort when it's the cherry on top of your hard work. It becomes a harmful crutch when it replaces that hard work. So if you think wearing your lucky shirt is enough and you decide to skip preparing for the interview, well, you're just setting yourself up to fail. That's when belief stops being a comfort and starts being a limitation. So the next time you find yourself knocking on wood or clutching that lucky charm, just ask yourself this one simple question. Is this about fear or is this about comfort? Are you doing it because you're scared of what might happen if you don't? Or are you doing it to give yourself a little boost of confidence in a crazy, unpredictable world? The answer to that, well, it tells you everything you need to know.
If this explainer made you look at your own little rituals in a new way, do us a favor and hit that like button. And we are so curious. What's the secret superstition you follow? Be honest. Drop it in the comments below. We'd love to read them.
And for more deep dives that unlock how your own mind works, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Thanks for watching.